These days, I don't get to talk about the NECA TMNT turtle line as much as I would like, mostly because I usually can't find crap. So today on the show, I'm going to talk about some turtle stuff. Of course, I'm going to be talking about Wingnut and Screwloose here, this awesome 2-pack from NECA Toys. A buddy of mine was able to find this at a Target. I told him to grab it because I was looking for it, because I knew it would show up at retail. So here we go. Let's dive in and talk about it. Starting with articulation with Screwloose here. He looks up, he looks down, he turns side to side, as you can see, and then he has the rotation or swivel or rocking action at the neck. In terms of the wings, they rotate, as you can see. They definitely go up, they hinge down, and they work overall pretty good. No complaints with this whatsoever. The tail rotates. I do wish it was a ball socket, but I'll take the rotation over nothing, so I'm happy with that. In terms of the upper body, he just has a upper diaphragm joint. It sort of moves and it sort of doesn't. I mean, it rotates and whatnot and goes up and down ever so slightly, but it's there. Now, in terms of the legs, they kick out to the side, as you can see. They rotate at the thigh. They kick forward. They go backwards, and then they can do the splits. You know, you need a bug to do the splits. And then we got a single bend at the knee with some rotation at that knee. And then we have a foot that hinges up and down and then rocks side to side. So not too bad. And then finally, let's talk about the arms. I'm only going to focus on 2 arms. You got rotation all the way around. They hinge out, they hinge in, and then we have rotation with a hinge that goes up, and then we have rotation and hinge action at the hand. And then for the upper arm, same thing, in and out, rotation, so it doesn't get in the way, rotation at the elbow, and hinging action, hinging and rotation at that hand as well. Works pretty good. Now, in terms of Wingnut's articulation, we got the head that rotates side to side on a nice double ball peg, so you get a full range of movement that overall works pretty good. I'm gonna say pretty dang good. And then let's see, what do we got here? In terms of the upper body, we just got a rotation with a ball peg, some shifting side to side, moving all around. I think it works for the character. I know some people may want a little bit more, but it works for me at least. In terms of the arms, they do go up that much. They do go down. They rotate around. The shoulder pads really don't hinder that too bad. Then we have rotation at the double arm hinge system that NECA has. And then we have a double bend. And then we have an arm, or a hand, I should say, popping off. You just plug it back in. Mine's a little loose. I don't know if it's because I heated it up or not, but you do have hinge and rotation action, as you can see. And then going on from there, we got the legs. They do the splits. They definitely kick forwards. They go backwards. We got rotation at the thigh that's hitting quite well. Nothing too shabby going on there. And then we have a single bend at the knee. Nothing too extravagant. And then we have a hinge that goes down, a hinge that goes up, and then rocking action at the feet. So get your bat dance on. And then in terms of the wings, they rotate, as you can see, all the way around. They go in and out, and they look pretty good. So not going to complain about that. Now let's talk about Screwloose, if you will. Screwloose looks like a Simpsons character. I'm just gonna say it. Could you imagine like Moe voicing this character? Because I can. He just looks wacky and insane. I think they translated that cartoon style very well. Everything from the top of the head to the side of the head all look good. Even with those animation lines, it doesn't look too bad at all. The one thing I do want to point out here, and I don't know if everybody feels this way, is the fact that they casted it in 2 separate pieces, it looks like, and it just looks kind of strange. It looks off to me. Maybe this is a minor nitpick. I don't know. I mean, I still like the figure. I don't know, it gets kind of ugly at certain points because you see that line traveling through. But it is what it is. Now, looking at the tail, this tail looks like it's popping straight out of its butt, or a caterpillar sucking it in, because it looks like a caterpillar, excuse me. But the line works great, the sculpt's nice. No issues with that whatsoever. Even the pants look really good here. As you can see, the back of the outfit looks great. The wings have a nice animation design to them as well, so I'm definitely on board with that. Really no complaints. The hinges look a little ugly, but it's not the end of the world. Looking at the front of the figure, you see the pants again with those ugly bowling shoes. That's what they remind me of, but the tank top looks great, and the yellows and the greens work very well to contrast with the purples. So overall, looking very nice. And then real quick here, let's just get a side view of those arms. His arms got these little like fin type things. I'm not a bug guy, so I can't tell you what the scientific term for those are, but those came out very nice. So overall, very happy with it. Now, Wingnut. Wingnut looks pretty cool for the most part. It's a giant bat alien creature. He's got that mask on. Looks pretty cool. It's got that nice grimace face going on there. And then from the side profile, you see the nose and the goatee and the ears. It definitely has a presence to it. And even on the back, it looks wonderful as well. Those blues work good with the browns. And I'm overall happy. The one thing I'm not happy about is these fangs. I just think they look ugly. Very disappointed with this, but that's just me. Now the wings look very good. The sculpted bat wing looks great, integrated into the wing. It's all one piece for each wing, but they look separate, and I think NECA did a really good job with that. I love the cannon on the top. I love the wing thruster things on the side there, and the rivets and the animation lines and whatnot. Those came out very cool. On board with that. And then for the costume, the purples work very good. He's a very bulky character. And then you got the belt and whatnot. And the tail does have articulation. It rotates and hinges up and down. And then you got the bat feet with the bat claws and, the bat boots, if you will. And you can see those from the front a little bit more. That belt looks pretty cool, wouldn't you say? Belt looking very nice. A little bat logo there. And then, of course, his chest is bare. The vintage toy, I believe, had the W on it. We'll talk about that more in accessories, but the pouches here, very nice. Animation style, sculpted very well. Really no paint issues, minus those ugly teeth. And then the arms came out really wonderful, too, with the purples and the blues and the black lines and the brown even. All of it came out really good. Very happy with the presentation. Now, let's talk accessories, because there's a lot here and then there's not a lot there. I wish Screwloose came with some stuff besides the stand. Comes with the NECA flight stand. Not the best stand in the industry. I wish they would revamp this, because it kind of sucks. I mean, you stick them on there, it sort of works. I'm still going to use the dang thing, but the minute you move it around and whatnot, it just, watch. It falls out. The clamps don't work very well. Maybe I need to tighten them. I don't know. Just not a fan of this thing, but it's not the end of the world. At least they included something with the guy. Then you got these comic books. I believe that little boy was reading those comic books, at least the first one. I don't know about the others. Then you got some artwork on the front and back. When are we going to get our Bugman? That would be cool, right? Then we got a wanted poster with Crooked Ninja Turtle guy. And then we have the Wingnut decal. And then I don't know what that other one is. I have no clue. And then we have a repurposed Triceraton gun with a couple new pieces added on. The new deco on it. It looks cool. It works for the character. I definitely don't hate it. And then we got hands. Hands for days. So he comes packed in with the fist. Obviously, he has the open hands, which you've been seeing. He's got the trigger hands, and then, of course, the fist. Quick size roundup. We got some Diamond Select figures here. We have some Super 7 figures here, for those curious. And then we have some McFarlane Toys characters, for those who want to know that. Then we got a Marvel Legend and a Mattel DC Multiverse. And then we got some Mezco action going on. They scale in pretty well, right? And then we got the frog and a movie turtle. I didn't want to go downstairs to go grab my turtle. I figured the frog would suffice. And overall, I think they look really cool. Final thoughts. It's a good set. The price tag does sting with the increase, but I mean, is Screwloose really worth $30 by himself? I don't think so, at least not with what he was packed in with. But, you know, they kind of got me by the old balls, if you will, on picking up this line. So I'm in for it, and I'm going to continue to buy it. Don't make the same mistakes. If you're unsure of it, don't pick it up. And whatever you do, do not pick these up for over retail if you possibly can. But I think that's going to do it for me. We've gone with the wind with this thing. Head over to Comic Crusaders for more fun. And until we meet again, great googly moogly.